yes, people. Yes, yes, people, and welcome back to an emergency live stream, guys. Usually this is not one that I usually do where I bring out, the emergency live stream sort of thing where we speak about stuff, talk about stuff in particular. But it's 11 p.m. In the UK, so it's not even the right time for me to be making these sort of things, these sort of live streams anyway in general. But I had to do it, man. I had to do it today because it's a Mazzolini. What's going on, lads? There's no other way to put it than it's a Mazzolini. What is going on? Because honestly, for me personally, it's crazy, bro. Like what we're reading today, and the thing we're reading about. Let me bring it up right bloody now because it is a talk of the town today. It is a talk of the town today, as they say. Let me bring it up for all of you guys to read right about now. Once my computer decides, Ahmed Abdi, it's time to wake up, which it has not. But here we go. Here we go. So obviously, as you can see, the breaking news today is that clarity on why Reece James and Chukweumeka have been pictured in Chelsea training. Chelsea. James sustained an injury in training over 10 days ago. He underwent a scan, which was deemed fine, and has been training alone. He is a doubt for Chelsea's clash against Arsenal on Saturday. Meanwhile, Chukweumeka has been suffering with knee pain again, perhaps a reoccurrence of his latest injury. And listen, man, let me bring up my fellow co-host today. Big up Oliver. Hope you're doing well as always. But listen, guys, this guy got re-injured while rehabbing, guys. He got re-injured while rehabbing. Do you get what? Do you get how crazy that is? Like, it's actually mad, like when you deep it. It's actually mad. Like, go ahead, Oliver, bro. I know you got a lot to get off your chest, and I'm gonna bring up the other thing that you sent me, bro.
Can you hear me right?
Yes, we can hear you. And just before Oliver goes, Oliver sent me this, yeah. This is crazy, by the way, yeah. Yeah, since making his first team debut in 2019, Reece James has now had 17 different injuries, missed 482 days due to injury, and 90 games in that time also. That is a crazy stat. That is a crazy stat, by the way, yeah. Do you know how mad 17 different injuries? Mad. That's mad. But before you go and I give Oliver the floor, because I know Oliver's got a lot of stuff to say. Big up to Michael Chelsea Chelsea FC. You have got to be joking. For God's sake, fire the medical team now. Bro, the thing is, it's not even the medical team this time. It's literally him. He's getting injured again. He's got injured while rehabbing. That is crazy, bro. I'm so sorry, man. Like, he has missed, by the way. We've played 8 Premier League games. He has missed, 95% of those games, bro. He's only played one game. But you know what, Oliver? Go ahead, bro. The floor is yours, bro. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I'll just start by answering that. They were saying that I'll get rid of the medical team. Well, we did that. Bowley got rid of Roman's medical team. And by the way, the majority of those days missed were in the Roman era. And that's just based on Reece James has played longer in the Roman era, or he's been in the first team longer in the Roman era than the Bowley era. Exactly. So, was the medical team's fault? Yeah, well, was it the last medical team's fault? When do we start realizing what the common denominator is here? And by the way, I love Reece James as a player. Like, he is, when he plays, when he is on top form, he is my favorite player at this club. But we have to hold fair energy here. This fitness record is unacceptable. And this is why I was fairly worried about when I first started hearing that Potter's going to make him a captain. And I think he can be a captain, but I needed to see in the medium to long term, I needed to see the fitness record improve. And as it stands, we've jumped the gun. We can't even have our we've had our captain. We've had 10 games this season, and he's missed 9 of them. That's all competitions. That includes the Carabao Cup. So I just don't know how we're supposed to roll like this and have it be acceptable. And this goes for Chilwell as well. Our captain and our vice captain are both missing games. We're literally down to Conor Gallagher, who no one ever thought would be a captain, and he's now got the armband. So it's just a bit of a mad one. Like, some people just got to hold fair energy and say it as it is. This isn't good enough.
bro. And the thing for me is, yeah, it's uncomfortable. I think, yeah, I think for me personally, yeah, we have to, and this is Michael's thing, which is, we have to consider captaincy for next season in case when Thiago Silva returns to Brazil. I think that's a fair comment, but like, there is, I put in uncomfortable conversations in the headline today for a reason because obviously I don't think there's any doubt between all of us here, and I think a lot of Chelsea fans that Reece James is very much a complete package in when it comes to being a right back in terms of going forward, what he can provide for you going forward, what he can provide to you defensively. He's a very much a complete package, and none of us here disagree with that, to be honest. But if he cannot play for you regularly, week in week out, and can't even be a bench option for you with the way he is right now, it's uncomfortable conversations, bro. Like, I think as a football club, you have to ask yourselves now, yeah, a honest question. If he cannot play regular football, week in, week out, and is getting injured after one game and it's happening continuously now, and is re-injuring himself via rehab, does it maybe time when it comes next summer, we might need to bring in another right back?
Well, that's the thing right there, isn't it? He's not getting injured due to due to fixture pile up,
Yes,
fixture congestion, schedule congestion. It's none of that. It's not like the intensity of the games are getting to him. He's getting injured in training and rehab. And
exactly.
at that point, when do we expect him to come back from that? He'll never be able to play as it
100%.
stands.
Bro, but that's the worry, bro. And this is why, for me, yeah, it's very. I said because we had this debate actually earlier with another friend of ours about Reece James and like whether or not he can be fit enough long term,
This was
right?
before this news came out, by the way.
Exactly, and this is
It's
before.
quite a weird coincidence, eh?
Exactly, it's a weird coincidence, but we were having this conversation about Reece James, and the thing for us here was that going forward and going backwards is that you know Gusto, is not a complete package right now. Yes, he's been playing really well, but you can still see going forward there's some deficiencies going there. Defensively, he's been playing really well. He's been doing very well. That's about like going forward. There's a few deficiencies that he needs to improve upon on his game. But the reality of the situation is, yeah, we if Gusto gets hurt, which God forbid that happens, what's gonna happen afterwards? If Reece James is not fit, we can't just rely. Listen, Cucurella did a job as a right back for us, yeah, but we can't just say we can't just be bringing in guys that have not played in that position and throwing them to the wolves in that position. Essentially, we need to have an actual proper backup because otherwise we don't want a situation which we had with what's it called with Aspilicueta and Reece James. We don't want that situation to happen either. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Michael. And like the thing for me, you know what he reminds me of? Yeah, and is I've said this before. Reece James is on that, the Wilshere trajectory in the sense that Wilshere was a talented guy. He had the ability, he had everything. But the problem with Wilshere was, what happened with him? He wasn't. He didn't have this. He didn't have the ability. Was it called? Yeah. Sorry, he didn't have the. He kept getting injured constantly, and the injuries eventually started hurting him long term in his career, bro. Yeah, bro, he had another setback. So let me just re-show you guys the tweet again, just for you guys to see and everything like that. Bear with me for a quick sec. Here we go. Reece James is a doubtful to face Arsenal. He got an injury in training over 10 days ago and is training alone. So he's got a setback in training.
Well, that did kind of make sense. I mean, I did see a lot of people that look at the training pictures. Apparently, he wasn't in those. So
Yeah,
there was definitely evidence that something had happened in the meantime where he wasn't with the group. So that should have been sort of an alarm bell for everyone in the fan base that saw those pictures.
Yeah, bro. But the good thing is, at least Gusta's not has been barely been used in international training. So, but like the problem for me, yeah, and I always see this again, and I will always come back to it again, bro. Yeah, is that if you're a Chelsea fan, yeah, you have to think about this long term. If Gusto gets injured, we cannot be relying on Cucurella to be a right back when Chilwell's not even fit enough to be, a proper left back essentially. And you got Levi Cole there, and then obviously, there's already an issue there. But now, if he's not available, what are we gonna put Disasi there? There's a big of Disasi. I know he's played right back, but that's not his position. Caicedo, he's been playing really well in midfield. We can't be doing that. So eventually, the club has got to make a decision on Do we bring in another right back? And I think for me, if this continues on and he's not, and if he doesn't play consistently the full games, you have to do that, bro. That's what I'm saying to you, bro. You might need to go into the market, maybe bring in another young, up and coming, talented guy, or maybe a backup. And that's the thing. Like, I think this is like where the real conversations need to happen. It's the real conversation that needs to happen. But I know that's why I put it in as an uncomfortable conversation, Oliver, because it's an uncomfortable conversation to be had within the fan base because of how much we love Reece. But it's the reality that we have to accept too. But we move, man. But what are your thoughts on that, man? What are your thoughts on what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I mean, it's going to get to a point, like you said, where Gusto will pick up an injury at some point, whether that be this season or whether that be in future seasons.
Season after.
In future seasons, when we hope to be back in Europe, where the fixtures will actually be congested and where we will actually be pushing these players to their physical limits, Gusto will pick up an injury at some point. At which point, at which point are you going to throw Chukweumeka at right back again? Because that's what we actually now have an example of what happens when both of them are out. And granted, Gusto was a suspension rather than an injury, but he was still out. He was still out of contention. So it's basically the same thing. And we had to put a left back there. That's not an ideal situation. So yeah, they got to start thinking about it at the very least, because they're all like their stats, aren't they? This ownership, and I am a proponent. I am a proponent of stats. I think there is value to that, but you need to also take a look at the stats on the negative side and start making informed decisions based off that too.
100%, bro. 100%. And the thing for me also is, when we speak about Reece James, when we speak about all of these other, top players that are up and coming, and you want the best for them as well, you have to think of it from a team perspective. Reece James is arguably our number 2, if not our number 1 best player in that team when he's fit and starting. Like with what he provides going forward and what he provides defensively. We can't be losing your star man constantly, week in, week out. You can't be losing your captain either. Like, right now we've lost the captain and we've lost the vice captain. And we've got Gallagher in being a captain. It's not helpful either, bro. It's not helpful either at all. So I don't know, man. Like, this news is kind of disheartening, man. Honestly.
Also, Armin, it's just more of an opportunity for excuses when bad form happens. Like,
exactly.
One thing I feel like when I hear Poch in the press conferences, and from some of the stuff that comes out of the club as well via the journalists, they are really banking on this Nkunku thing. Well, they were really banking on Nkunku to carry our season. And I'm sorry, but you can't do that with just one player. That's a crutch, and you can't build sustainable success off the top of that. So I just need this to end for the sake of, if we're in bad form, we just need to see it for what it is, and it's actually just bad form.
The issue with your comment, Star Slayer, and big ups to you, bro. It's nice to see you here as always. Is that even if you move into centre back, bro, he still has that chance to get injured. Because the thing for me, that it's starting. The thing with Reece James, when it happened in the second season of Tuchel, I thought, maybe it's just because he's been overplaying Overwatch. Maybe that's the situation. When it happened under the Potter and then the Tuchel Potter Lampard season, quite regularly, I was like, okay, we're now developing a pattern here. And now this season, it's becoming this reality now that he's injury prone.
And like I said earlier, we changed the medical team, so you can't,
Yes, and even there were times, Star Slayer, where he was playing Reece James at RCB, bro, and he still got injured afterwards, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think for me, when it comes to Reece, it's like, what is the issue? Like, I feel like there needs to be an actual analysis done. Where is it going wrong? Because getting 17 different injuries, bro, is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm gonna actually let me bring up his transfer market injury list, because that's gonna be, I know that's gonna be mad, because it might actually be as bad as Dybala's, the way he's moving, man. The way he's moving, it might be as bad as Dybala's, honestly. Obviously, the Chukweumeka one is not nice. Hopefully this knee pain subsides, because I swear he had an operation on that one in regards to Chukweumeka while I'm waiting to bring up the Reece James stuff. Oliver?
Yeah, what?
I was saying with the Chukweumeka injury, I thought that he had surgery on his knee, so I'm surprised that it's hurting him still.
He had some sort of operation, as far as I remember. That was what was reported that they'd have to do when the injury actually happened, and I was I remember we were watching the game. We were really scared because we thought, "Oh, he's done his ACL, hasn't he?" Like it
Yeah,
looked the way he walked off without, he walked off with help of the doctors. It looked really bad. But
yeah.
they said 6 weeks at the time. I mean, as that's sort of in line with where he's having pains now. He probably would have been back if not for these pains. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but big. Let's quickly. Starts to he needs to start eating jollof, bro. If he starts eating jollof, he might get even more injured, bro. It's honestly, jeez. I'll keep it real, bro. Okay, look, bro. He's got a page. He's got 2 pages of injuries, bro. Already.
oh no.
He's got 2 pages of injuries, bro. Oh my lord, that's actually crazy, man. So let me start from this one. So this is 1920. So this is when he was playing for Chelsea. He actually got an ankle injury from June to September, and he missed 21 games. He had another ankle injury. He missed 2 games. This is the first season under Lampard, by the way, guys. Yeah. So 1920 had a bruise, out for 3 games. Oh, excuse me. He had a knock, was out for no games. For the 2021 season, ankle injury, out for 14 days. Thigh muscle strain. I don't know what the hell. Thigh muscle strain. Bloody hell. He was out for he's out for 5 games, 25 days essentially. Then, bro, he had a hamstring injury in 21-22. This is last season, by the way. No, 2 seasons ago.
I remember that one. That was thing is with that one, you can kind of argue that he got overloaded with the games because that was when Chilwell already got injured at that point. And I remember the game he got injured in. We were playing him against Brighton, and James was playing at left wing back. That's how desperate we were at that time. It's just, oh my god.
Yeah, Michael. I agree. In Kuki's I believe he was meant to be the center of the team, effectively carrying us, but Pochettino definitely had no plan B either. 100% agree with you, bro.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a big problem, bro. You as a manager, you have to have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. Always, bro. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Especially when you're playing for a team like Chelsea, you have to always be prepared, bro. You have to always be prepared. I always say that. Then continuing on from the thigh muscle strain, 21-22 hamstring injury, right? Fitness injury. He had a fitness issue. He was out for 2 games. He was out for 11 games, by the way, with the hamstring injury. Muscle injury, again, 5 games out. Hamstring injury, again, for two games. Knee injury. So this is last season, but knee injuries from last season. Knee injury, out for 9 days. Knee injury, out for 7 days. Hamstring injury, out for 1 game. But remember, he's been out for 9. So last season he was out for 9, then 7. So that's already 16. 17 for hamstring, 18 for illness. He had a thigh problems, hamstring injury for 7. So 18 plus 7 is 25. With another hamstring injury this season. He's missed 10 games for Chelsea, by the way. He's missed 10 games for us. So this season, he's literally missed like a total of 2 months. Bloody hell, man.
Well, yeah, because the Premier League season. The Premier League season started in in mid-August, and now it's mid-October, and he only played 1 game, so it has been literally 2 months, almost to the day.
That is crazy, man. And this is why I'm saying to you, man, like when you see the injury history, bro, and you look at that, man, and the games missed and everything like that, it's worrying, bro. And like this hamstring injury is a recurring issue. Anything like the hamstring, the thigh area, that sort of that muscle area, the glutes area, bro, has been an issue for him, it seems. And the worry for me is, a lot of those injuries, bro. Sometimes, with muscle injuries, you outgrow them and then you become all lovely, jubbly, and all good. But like with him, it's not looking good, bro. I'll be real.
I mean, the rate he's picking them up at is getting higher with time.
Exactly. It's becoming fast. It's not even like he's got the knee injuries that are reoccurring now. It's like, and that's the worry, man. That's the big worry. And then obviously, you hope that he survives, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope that he can come back from this. I hope that he can do better than this. But like, it's not looking good so far, guys. It's not looking good so far. That's what I would say at the very least. But any other things you want to say on him? In my opinion, bro. In your opinion?
Not really. I think we covered all bases. I think from now we just got to take it news report by news report. Hear the updates and see what's going on. And obviously, when he's fit again, we got to ease him back in because we're not going to throw him up for 60 minutes and then gets injured again, and then we have to repeat this whole thing again. We don't need that. But we should be fine against Arsenal. Gusto's there. he's
Yeah.
shown to be a reliable commodity. So we're fine for now, but in the medium to long term, this is going to have to be looked at definitely.
Yeah, listen, Michael says these hamstring injuries from Reece James look like a very regular basis that running career has. This is what something that we've spoken about, Michael, by the way, about the fact that these injuries are what's it called? Very much, continuous now? Is there something that's wrong with it in particular that we need to speak about? Is there like a hamstring injury that's going on that we don't know about or something like that that needs to be discussed? That's something that is there like maybe surgery that's needed? There's a stuff that needs to be discussed, bro, in regards to him. Big up to TJ. He said uncomfortable conversation I need about Reece James. Bro, we were saying this, bro. If you look at the stream just a bit more earlier, we literally were speaking about the fact if this continues on, bro, you may need to we may have to start bringing in a backup right back, bro, a new one. Obviously, I know the club were looking at Ivan Fresnada apparently, and people were like, "Why are we looking at Ivan Fresnada? Reece James, we got him, and everything like that." But it seems, bro, the injury situation is continuing. And the worry for me is that even if it doesn't make Arsenal, the next game for us is Brentford, right?
Yeah, after Arsenal's Brentford.
We don't have because after Brentford is the cup game, for Carabao Cup game.
Yeah,
So
against Blackburn, right?
yeah, so like even then, even against Brentford, bro, I'm not sure, bro. And like the thing for me is that you probably have to, in my opinion, yeah. And I was saying this to you, bro. You have to do triple, quadruple check this guy's fit and able to play for games now. You gotta do that, man. It has to be triple check, quadruple check, five check that he's gonna be fit and ready for that game. Because otherwise, bro, you're running into the same situation. Carney is not injured. I think he's just having knee pain. I don't know if it's like an injury per se. Just that he's feeling pain again. So that it's
It
probably
wasn't
just
quoted as an injury.
it's not quoted as an injury. Bro, how our players get injured in training so much, bro? It's not that our players get injured. The thing is, Carney and Reece were injured previously, so they're recovering. So maybe they're just having setbacks in recovery. But with Reece James, bro, it's not looking good, bro. I'll be real. With Reece James, it's not looking good, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Pot stepping on their toes. Oh my god, definitely not stepping on their toes. Also, the pressure is on Arsenal for this game. All we have to do is play our game. All right, that's fair enough. Imuna Ronald, big up to you, bro. He said it's a very sad moment for Chelsea. It is, bro. I agree with you. It's a very, very sad day, but the reality of the situation is, Wima, I hope I'm saying your name right. Is that as a football club, bro, you have to make those harsh decisions. You gotta make those uncomfortable decisions, bro. You know what I mean? You may not like them, you may not want to do them, but if they are necessary evils, you gotta make them happen. It's really as simple as that, bro. It's really as simple as that.
We've done this to a high level before as well. We let go of N'Golo Kante this summer.
Mm-hmm.
He was a player on high wages that, like Reece James, when he did play, he was world class, but he didn't play enough.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I know James is from Cobham, but Kante is far more of a in the history of Chelsea, he is far more significant than Reece James. So, as much as it is uncomfortable, let's not act like we haven't been here before. We can move on and be fine afterwards.
Honestly, man, listen, guys. I know that losing a class player is not going to be easy, but it might. I feel like this is good enough to be a conversation starter, though. Because this is one of the reasons why I want to do this stream. Because I think there definitely needs to be like a conversation start in the sense of, is it time that we maybe brought in another right back, maybe to be the backup? Because at this point, I'm not sure, and this is the thing I've said here. I'm not sure if we are ready to say that Reece James is reliable enough even for bench, bro. I don't even think it's about even selling him. Because but they I've seen Adji's point about Real Madrid. Real Madrid have Mendy, bro. The guy barely touches pitch, bro. He's always injured with the hamstring injury. It's crazy, man. And also, man, you got a question. Would he take 100 million for James? I don't want to sell him though. That's the thing. Like the thing for me, the worry I have maybe is let's say if he does recover and starts becoming playing fit football and everything like that, that's the worry that I always have about selling him. For me personally,
Thing is though, we can't have three right backs.
I mean, it's Chelsea, man. We can do anything we want. But
No, we actually
I
can't.
know,
I mean,
I
because
know.
let's just think about this. So if we're going to try and get someone in, we ideally want them to be at least the quality of Gusto, if not higher. How are you going to convince them to come in with two other good players in their position.
That is true, man.
And what if Reece James does fix up? Then you're stuck with 3 right backs. We have to make the harsh decision here. Whenever the club want to make that decision, then that's up to them. But we've either got to stay with James or we've got to move him on. It's one or the other for me.
True. Armando Broja not injured again. Is he given? Is given he didn't play that for Albania in the internationals? Oh no, he went to Albania to start training, but like I think he wasn't at the required level of fitness because he's been in all the pictures, by the way, Armando Broja, for the training pictures. So he's definitely fit.
I mean, we saw against Burnley when he got subbed off. He was like he was like on the floor, just like panting, and he didn't look energized at all. He's got a long way to come in terms of getting the match stamina back up.
Exactly. Aren't we supposed to be rivals to Madrid? Chelsea fans don't think highly enough about their own club. Oh no. We are definitely rivals of Madrid. But I think the reason why people I think are talking about Madrid Star Select is because that's the club that have been apparently like interested in Reece James, if I'm not mistaken, no? Because they've been tracking him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's all it is, bro. It's not. That's why people are saying that. But like but the thing for me is at the end of the day, like I'm gonna try to wrap it up and make it a bit more shorter so that I've got to go to work tomorrow as well. But like is that we need to start looking we need to start having honest conversations. We need to start having honest conversations. Whether or not we are happy with with the way Reece James is playing, whether or not we're happy with his injury record, and whether going forward we can accept that. That's the first conversation that we need to have as a fan base. If we can't accept that, and this situation continues onwards throughout the season, and he barely plays any games, then the conversation, I think as a football club, you have to sit down and be like, we need to. Do we need to bring in someone to help out Gusto? Probably yes, 100%. Then the next question that has to come up is then, are we going to sell Reece James? And if so, who's going to take Reece James actually? That's another question you have to ask, bro. With his injury record and with the way he's even playing, that's another situation entirely onto itself that we have to ask. So
yeah,
it's just uncomfortable conversations here, bro. I'll give you some of your final points, bro.
By the way, that comment is spot on. Like I said, you can't ignore this season because we don't have a congested fixture schedule. And if we do get back into Europe, whether that be next season or the seasons after, it only gets harder for him from here.
Mm-hmm. But remember, Bayern took Robin when he was at Madrid, bro. When we sold Robin, he was actually like not getting injured. By the way, that season that we sold him, he wasn't getting injured. He was looking really great, and then we sold him to Madrid afterwards. So that was why we were kind of in luck when we were able to sell him.
But weren't you saying we literally had to put him on like a training plan though?
We literally, that was the difference between him and Reece James, because it seems that Reece James has been put on a plan. It seems like something's happened with Reece James, but it doesn't seem to be working as of currently. Whereas with Robin, it worked initially. And it worked out even at Bayern, because at Bayern, he was playing very much regularly as well. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting to see. I think we just got raided quickly. Did we get raided, by the way? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But anyway, guys, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'm 2 away from 975. Almost at 1K. So help a brother out, as always. But yeah, but like the thing of Robin was the final season, he started being really fit. He started playing regularly for Chelsea. And the thing of Robin was, and at that time that people seem to forget, we had guys in his position that we could play. Joe Cole was available in that position. We had other random in that position. So that's why it was a lot more easier for us to do what we needed to do in the team. Whereas with Reece James, Gusto is a great player, quality player, but he still needs to go up a few gears for him to become as great as he needs to be. It's hard when you've got the complete package, but he's always injury prone. That's what makes it, I think, worse for us as a team. But we see, man, we see. The thing is, Mwuma, I've seen your point about before selling him, let us first carry investigations about our doctors. The problem is, Mwuma, we literally just brought in a bunch of new guys. We can't even say that, bro. we brought in a bunch of new guys.
We have
Like,
Poch's fitness staff as well.
yes, this is the thing. Like I don't. I think people are not understanding. The thing is, we brought in new staff. We brought in a new medical team. We brought in a whole bunch of everything. So at this point, there is no. How I don't know how much more we can investigate the doctors, bro. Lol, get ready to be uncomfortable, guys, because the club is not going to do anything. Get ready for another 5 years of this if it continues. They're going to buy him a bed at the training center. Oh my, that is crazy. Pause, Camille, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Yeah, listen to Diamond, obviously out here backing me. Nice to see you, my brother, as always, bro. But yeah, but what do you think they will do what Thrani is doing? Because like I feel like these guys are a bit more saner than others that not to do that. Madrid is knocking on Reece's door, so he's keeping himself fit for them when they come in. But the thing is, why would they take him if he's not even being fit and not playing? What's to say that he's even going to have the skill level necessary if he's not been playing games? You see what I'm saying, Andrew? That for me is a fallacy. That's why I call it fallacy, because at that point, if he wants to go to, let's say, Real Madrid, which we really don't know about, he signed a new 7-year deal, so he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. And the price here and the price range also is going to be quite high if he goes to someone like Madrid too. So let's be honest about that too. I just think for me personally, when it just comes down to it, and if you're being very honest about the situation, it's time for Chelsea to. It's time maybe for Chelsea to wash our hands. I've said this before. It might be time. If this continues, I've said this before on Casual FC. I've said this on my channel before. If he's not able to play consistently this season without European football, and it's pretty much one game a week for him, yeah, barring maybe, and because like we are definitely not playing Reece James, for example, unless it's a semi-final or final. Yeah, in the Carabao or the FA Cup, pretty much, because we're not going to be facing any top tier opponents in those situations. So we'll see, man. We'll see, bro. But listen, man, I'm pretty much, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna send the mandem over to some. Oh, does it not? Oh well, it is what it is. But guys, if you got any more final questions, please again let me know. If you got any more questions that you wanna ask me in regards to the situation, it would be great to hear from you guys anyway. So give me a few questions, a few thoughts, and a few of your feelings before you go. Thelani, he's saying, let's just find the person who hooked him under a ladder. Oh my god, come on, bro. I don't think it's that deep, man. Honestly, love and trust, bro. I honestly don't think it's that deep. Believe me, I just think it's just a him problem right now, bro. It's a him problem. But we'll see what happens at the end of the day, and but that's pretty much all I can say. So again, that's the video, guys. Please make sure again to like, share, subscribe as always. I've been your host of the most, the Bridge 258.